traders, Patrick Trader, Trading123.net. In this video, we're going to talk about the Trading123 Volume Delta Indicator and some trades we did with the ES on July 14th and a couple other days. These are the screenshots that I took after the fact of the trades, of these live trades. And you've probably seen the previous video I did was a live video showing the prints in action on the volume boxes down here and how I make up my decision whether to go long or short, etc. So basically, when we're using the volume delta, you want to skip the first half hour of trading from 9:30 to 10 because there's a lot of news that comes out. So the ES, you have your best time to trade is from 10 to noon. And as you'll see here, we hit it pretty good for some nice gains. So the market is selling off here just after 10. And we basically got a simple ATM strategy that we're using. And we get a high sell print here. The dark red is a high sell print. So we get short. The market gets some volume coming in here on these green prints. You know, anything over 200 you got to be a little leery of. And it goes up here and we almost get stopped out by a couple ticks. And then immediately we get some more selling right here. And we sell off and we're in the money. Our first profit target is 8 ticks. Our next one is 13 ticks. And as you see on this volume box down here, there's dark red. This is all heavy selling. But this came in at a support level. You always look left. And the support was right here at 31.23. So I pretty much tightened up the stop. And then we get a big volume surge here. And we get stopped out for only 4 tick profit. But the whole trade, 813 plus 4 is 25 ticks times 12 is $312 gain. So nice profits on the first trade of the ES. Let's look at the next one. So here's where we got out of our last trade. That was our high print that took out our stop. So you got to analyze the market here. Well, it just sold off and this 31.23 is being support. And so we got a high volume print here, and you have to wait for the bar to close because this bar could be going red and green, and you wait for the bar to close for the volume. It's measuring the buy ticks versus the sell ticks. And then even though this candle right here is red, you had strong volume. So basically the next bar forms and it's got strong volume. And so once it gets over this high right here, we're long on this entry on some good volume. And you got to be ready when you're using the market delta. You know, ES, when it moves sometimes pretty quick. We're in a quick market here in July. Sometimes. And so you got to be ready, have your ATM strategy ready with your profit targets, what you want to make, and your stop. And you know, if it starts to move out quickly like this one, you can raise your profit targets like I did. So our first profit target was hit at 8. And I think our next profit target was at 12. And I raised it a couple ticks with ChartTrader, and no sooner did I raise it, it hit it, as you'll see in that previous video I did. And then I raised the third profit target, and as it was going up, it hit it, and I got the 24 ticks. But see, you have strong volume down here at the volume bar, and even though there's a red print here, it's only a -1. But the candle bar is still green. So that's what you got to pay attention. Pay attention to, as long as these candle bars are green and you get a couple red prints in the volume bar here, there's no worry. So all in all, we got 8 tick profit. First one 14, then 24. So it's 46 ticks times 1250, $575 gain. Combine the two, that's a nice day's profit, and we're done trading the ES with the volume delta for the day. So this was on July 14th, 2020. Now look for the previous video of the live trade of these trades where it shows the volume moving on the bars and the trade live in action. So this is a trade on the ES with the volume delta on July 15, 2020. Afternoon, the market had sold off, and we're going into the 2 o'clock time frame, and we get a high buy print at the low. Now that's a sign of a reversal, big buy print, especially after a sell-off. So that's where all the institutional volume gets in, and all this volume continues going up, strong volume here, and the ES just continues on a nice 6 to 10 point run. You would have stayed long, and then the volume picks up here, big demand, big volume, as it peaks near a high, and then you got this red candle here, a couple big sell prints. It's time to exit. So if you took this trade, you had the potential of 6 to 10 point run. You know, every trader's different, so some are happy making 3, some like to go for home runs. So I mean, some are happy making 3 points or 12 ticks, and some like to go for home runs, 5, 10 point runs. So every trader is different, so you have to trade to what you can, to your ability and your profit goals. Now if you're used to hitting singles and doubles, say 8 and 12 point runs, and then you catch a 6 or 7 point run a couple times a week, or 8 point run, that's a nice bonus, and you learn from it. And then you just, as time goes on, you get better and you hone your skills. Just like we don't trade the first half hour, because the ES is just chop fest usually, so you miss all the chop and stop. So that's a simple rule. So let's look at the next trade, because ES was strong on this day. And then here, this is the same pattern that we just showed you on the prior trade at 2. Here we're going into the 330 reversal, getting there 330. We same pattern, some selling, and a big buy print at the low. So that's a sign that you want to get in the trade, no matter if you're trading 1 contract, 3 contracts, or 5. And the volume continues strong. All these green bar prints, up it goes. And you would ride this long until you see a heavy sell print. Here you have a big sell print, but the bar is still green. They're still stacking on top of each other. And then here you got a red sell print and a red bar followed by another red bar. It's time to exit the trade. So the potential on this, based on your trading style, could have been 3, 6 to 9 point moves. So that's how the volume delta works. When you see these high buy prints at a low, and then the sell prints at a high, either take your profits or go short. So let's see if I got one more trade for you here in this video. So here's Friday, July 17th, 2020. Usually Fridays are pretty much kind of sideways, slow days in the summer here of July of 2020. So again, we sit out the first half hour, 45 minutes, and we're coming into the 10:30 time frame, it looks like. And we get a high print over 1,000. That's over 1,100. That's a huge move. So we're long 3 contracts, and this was kind of a slow move. You had some selling here, but the bar was still green. So our first move, we got out. We had like 6, 8, and 12 targets on Friday, And so our first one got hit at 6. Next one got out at 5 as it was stalling out, and I lowered the profit target. And then we started to go up here, and after this selling here, it looked like it was going to stall out, so I lowered the profit target, and then it hits on a big buy print and continues up. So I missed the couple more ticks, about 8 ticks, 10 tick profit. So all in all, we ended up with 20 ticks for a 250 gain on a Friday on the ES. That's a pretty good move. We didn't get stopped, we didn't have a loss, and we take the profits and come back, and these patterns repeat each and every day. So now with a high print of over 1,000, you'll see come September and October, when we get into the fall market rally with the election, you'll start seeing a lot of these high prints. This is institutional volume here, buying the low. You know, they always say buy low, sell high, and that's what they're doing. So the volume delta indicator is able to read that live in real time. You see the high print, you don't have to worry about any lagging indicator. It does a reversal, and you're in the profit quickly. Up it goes, and you just manage the trade. You hit your profit targets, take the money, and repeat the same thing the next day. So this is Patrick, head trader with Trading123. Been doing this for over 20 years. Hope you enjoyed the video. Till next time, good luck with your trading.